Well, hi, Suzanne Titkemeyer, once of No Longer Quivering, now just of myself. And I see, well, I've got a couple people here today. Good. I'm just going to say, we're all alone. Sorry I'm late. I was busy reading on my Kindle the craziest book. I love good fiction. I love good nonfiction. I also love really bad fiction and really, really bad nonfiction. Right now, I'm reading a book by Chevelle from the television show Love After Love. My husband and I are addicted to that stupid show. So I started reading Chevelle's book about how Quaylon did her the dirty and dumped her, used her and dumped her. Now I think that's pretty awful. I feel kind of sorry for her. Hey, hey Maria, but I have to say it's one of the worst written books I've read in a long time. She uses all kinds of misuses of words like gone for going and there, the THE. I gotta spell. I can't spell THIER. She uses that instead of THEYARE. I guess she didn't know any better. Anyway, check that book out. It is called Jail Lies, and it's actually pretty interesting if you can get past the grammar parts. And since I'm a kind of a grammar Nazi, that's a difficulty for me. Okay, I want to talk today a little bit about favorite YouTube channels and creators because everybody does these things. And here's the problem with me. Almost everybody's my favorite. I have very few that I absolutely dislike. I have a lot that I like. I have a lot that I really, really, really like. So I'm going to try to do the really, really, really likes today. One of my all-time favorite creators is Legal Legal. I don't know if any of you ever watched him. He also is an attorney like Emily D. Baker. And I love Emily D. Baker's channel too. She's right up there with Legal Legal. But Legal Legal, he does the funniest stuff. He does stuff that Emily doesn't do. He does stuff like he's gone through. I think a recent one I saw was him going through the traditional Willy Wonka movie, and he was rating all of the laws broken and coming up with what the fines would have been. And it was actually pretty damn funny. He's really good at breaking down movies and television shows, like he did all the violations and laws broken in Tiger King, which was interesting. He could be funny. He has his times when he's serious, but he's quite funny. He's enjoyable to watch no matter what he's talking about. I emailed him and tried to get him to cover the KJ debacle. Maybe if we see the filing two in Minnesota, we can get him to cover it. It would be fun. Like I said, I like Emily DeBaker too. She is really, I don't have to sell it to you guys on her. You all know Emily. She is awesome. Another favorite is Honest Trailers. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They do trailers about current movies and television shows, and they totally break it down. It's hysterical because they pick up on all sorts of bizarre little things and poke on that. And in that theme, since a lot of mine are going to be comedy, bad lip reading. I don't know if you've ever looked at the bad lip reading NFL videos, but every year they put out a new NFL video where they take clips from all the NFL games and they come up. Introduced me to was gas station encounters. Gas station encounters is kind of bizarre. Gas station encounters is like she gone. It's them filming and catching people that shoplift in a convenience store. I had no idea that so many people shoplift so blatantly. The ball games, the presidential debates are who you were right. The presidential debates at bad lip reading are just they're gold. I don't care what political party you're part of; those things are funny. So gas station encounters that's and Fave Trip. Those they're very similar. They do shoplifting. What makes gas station encounters so funny is the guy who does the narration is just hysterical. He's describing all the thief scratching and all kinds of just crazy stuff. I've fallen down laughing at that one. That's those two, Fave Trip and Gas Station Encounters, the two that my son introduced me to a couple of years ago. Weird History is another really good channel to follow. I love history. I love all the weird things. Like I didn't know what drawing quarter was until I watched your video on that. And it's like, ugh. But now I know. Ask a mortician. She's also very good. She covers all those bizarre questions of life after death, of what happens to your body, and the different ways they have to autopsy people, and just all kinds of weird things to do with death. She covers it. Jimmy Snow, of course. I'm sure many of us here, we all watch Jimmy Snow. Jimmy is a delight. He goes after Laurie Alexander and so many of the fundamentalists and some of the same people that we all look at and grumble. Now, the next one, I have to check my religion at the door because I don't agree with the guy who runs it. He's a Calvinist, and I am so not a Calvinist. But I always enjoy his videos, the Reason Files. The Recent Files 2 was what I was talking about with Todd Ferguson, who was recently murdered. Todd ran the Recent Files 2, and why am I not remembering this guy's name? Recent Files 1 was run by his buddy, I can't think of his name, Robert Tuttle. I may not agree about religion with Robert, but I always enjoy his videos. And there are a ton of people in the opposing KJ world that I watch. Iron Will, I like to watch her tarot readings, even though I'm not really a big fan of tarot. She just breaks it down, makes it very interesting. Sometimes I'll watch Drama and Opinions. I love Dottie Morgan, even though she doesn't do anything to do with KJ. Joanne Cochran is also very good and good to watch in the morning. I'll sometimes watch a little bit of her. I'm not one for these long, 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 long streams. I sometimes lose focus because I got ADD and I'm kind of all over the place sometimes. But Joanne is good. I like her. I laugh at some of her things that she does. Very funny lady. Amanda Pants. I've been watching her lately, particularly when KJ popped up in her live stream and she didn't lose it. She handled it like a boss. She was actually very nice and respectful. I don't know that I could have done that. I might have taken a pot shot or two. I like to watch Leslie Bass, Creepshow Art, EKC, People Suck, Sue M. So many, so many, so many, so many different creators that I will watch that have to do with the opposing KJ. I like Adult Swim. Robot Chicken is my favorite. If I get in a bad mood, I have to watch some Robot Chicken, particularly a little bitch pudding. Funny or Die. Again, I like to laugh. Curtis Price is pretty damn funny in his own way. And lastly, I have to plug a friend of mine who has written a book on Costa Rica called Cut the Crap and Move to Costa Rica. He's got some good advice in his book. Some of it's outdated, which is why I'm working on my book. But for the most part, I'd say it's good. It's called Cut the Crap and Move to Costa Rica. That is also the name of his YouTube channel. He does videos about Costa Rica. I've been kind of I've been kind of gobsmacked by some of those videos. One of them he did. He ran into the little grocery store that I sometimes go to because they have a they have a bakery. This tiny little hole in the wall place. Bakery. You can get Coca Colas and the returnable bottles, the returnable glass bottles. They have all kinds of stuff in there. And he did a video on it. I never thought about that. I thought, oh my goodness, I am gonna have to start doing some videos for you guys from Costa Rica out and about with my cell phone. I always see the most bizarre things. Now it's nothing to guys towing a car and they're using a wire coat hanger and you're going around going, oh please don't let go, please don't let go of me. Oh my goodness. Or you see guys towing a car and they're using a wire coat hanger and you're going around going, oh please don't let go, please don't let go of me. Oh my goodness. Or you see 5cc motorbike and they're all holding ladders, bananas or whatever. I've seen whole families with little babies on these motorbikes. So I'm going to be doing a few more. We have had a